Hello everyone and welcome to the Miami Grand Prix for the NASCAR Cup Series. Of course, in replacement of the Chicago Street Course due to the track not being in the game at the time of recording. So we're green and underway here in Miami. Christopher Bell and William Byron on the front row, who right now sit 16th and 17th on the playoff grid. The last two guys who have an opportunity to get in on points. One in, one out. Bell clears Byron for the lead to the first couple corners of this racetrack. Blaney sits third, Chastain fourth, and Ricky Stenhouse is in the fifth position as Christopher Bell looks to drive away here down this straight heading to the corner. With contact, trouble in the back. Tyler Reddick into the wall with Kyle Busch. And there's more contact behind them going through the corner, but the 45 of Reddick gets hooked into the side of the 8 of Kyle Busch into the wall. They go. Contact made on the first lap. As you look behind, trouble. Chase Briscoe into Truex. Dylan in the wall. Here comes Truex. Sliding into Briscoe. Upside down goes the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. Unbelievable scenes here at Miami have occurred. Truex goes up and over. Chase Briscoe collected as well. Oh, what a turn of events. So you see the Briscoe, Truex, Dylan with 3 wide. They squeeze into the 14, hit the 19, into the 3, bounce off the wall, turns the 19 back into the 14. That's as Truex flipping upside down through the carousel here in Miami in a huge crash. Here to start this race in Miami. Unbelievable how this race has kicked off. Now I look back here through the pack, seeing the battles, making sure we don't have another huge crash. Christopher Bell and William Byron now really starting to drive away, especially the 20. Christopher Bell showing some dominant speed right now, way ahead of the 24 William Byron. He has absolutely nailed this track down. He has the pace and he is scooting away from the rest of the pack behind him. It looks like there's going to be some contact there between Ross Chastain and I believe it was that AJ Allmendinger in the 16. Come through this corner, and no, it's not Chase Elliott now underneath them, but now it's Allmendinger and Chastain continue to battle behind Blaney and Byron, who duke it out for a second here, just right in front of us here. Blaney, the inside of Byron, makes the pass. Blaney into second, a clean move right around the inside of William Byron. Ricky Stenhouse trying to take advantage and go around the 24. No luck so far. So actually, it worked for him. Stenhouse goes right by the 24 of William Byron. Throughout this pack, everyone seems to be keeping organized back here after that crazy initial wreck at the very beginning here. As we head down the long, fast straight in these final couple of corners, Stenhouse in the third, Blaney there, same as the 24 William Byron looks to have a problem. This could be Ross Chastain's giving him bump trap down the straightaway. He thinks it's Talladega now. Allmendinger right behind Chastain, really tight quarters going to the corner. There's going to be some contact, and Allmendinger is going to turn Chastain. Around goes the 1. Allmendinger gets into him, and that allows Elliott, Almirola, Harvick, LaJoie, and Jones to go by. A huge stack up back here. Chastain, and behind them, there goes Larson and Logano. There's contact, and they're getting into each other into the pit wall. Oh my goodness! Joey Logano just got T-boned into the pit wall and he's dead, bro. Oh my goodness. Kyle Larson absolutely destroys the 22 of Joey Logano. He turns him head on into the pit wall, so they get shoved off the track. They get into it. Larson turns the 22 and a hellacious hit absolutely ends Joey Logano's existence. Kyle Larson destroyed as well. Both guys absolutely out of this race, and Christopher Bell leads after an unbelievable opening lap at Miami. And now Chase Elliott will come down pit road with Eric Jones from the lead here on lap 3 on the restart, giving the lead to the 51 of Andy Lally for Rick Ware Racing. Oh my goodness, this race gets even crazier. Andy Lally now leads the field to green here in Miami. We are underway. Andy Lally leads Ryan Blaney, and they're already making 2 3-wide moves throughout the pack. Blaney already trying to get around Lally on the outside, has momentum, now going to be on the preferred inside lane to make the pass. Looks to be clear, but Lally fights back, gets into him. What a move by Andy Lally. He powers back into the lead here in Miami. Andy Lally showing Blaney he's got what it takes to lead some laps here and be a contender for this win right now. How about him? Rick Ware Racing brought some speed with Andy Lally today as they continue to race aggressively throughout this field. See all the way at the back there is the 91 machine of Shane Van Gisbergen in his NASCAR debut for Trackhouse and the Project 91 machine. But right now it's all Andy Lally leading here in Miami with Blaney and Christopher Bell battling behind him for second position as this increasingly more chaotic race continues to just surprise us at every turn of this racetrack. from the flips on lap 1. The pit road destruction to Andy Lally leading laps here, but here comes Blaney to the inside. Blaney makes the power move to the inside here, coming into a corner where he can get right underneath Lally. Lally blocks though, a great move. Blocks Blaney through the tight, heavy braking zone. Now here comes the 20. Christopher Bell is going to shoot right to the inside with some momentum. On the inside, Lally. Blaney almost turns Lally. Some contact being made. Lally holds him off. Unbelievable battle going on here at the lead. You can tell Lally's holding him up a little bit, but he is still fighting hard. He's running incredible laps right now. With Christopher Bell and Blaney duke it out for second. Bell looks to take the position, which he will. Ty Gibbs behind them in fourth. Looked out this pack. Everyone seems to be keeping it organized. But how about Andy Lally? An unbelievable show of talent and skill here in Miami, leading in a Rick Ware racing car. And an unbelievable turn of events. Still, it's only 4 laps and it's a long way to go, but he's having himself a day. Now here comes the 20. Christopher Bell going to send underneath him here. This corner, big stack. The Blaney gives Christopher Bell a huge shot. More contact going through this corner. A big stack up back here. 3 wide crunch. Everyone's banging into each other into this heavy hairpin braking zone, almost like Sonoma. Cars are going 3 wide. Hopefully we don't have another pit wall massacre. And oh, Andy Lally is pitted with Bubba Wallace, and now Christopher Bell will take the lead as Lally pits. Unfortunately, doesn't get the lap led to his credit, but still, what a fight. And now there's been a crash that's taken out Ross Chastain, Kevin Harvick, Justin Haley, and Harrison Burton, and Kyle Busch that we have missed here on lap 11, as Ty Gibbs now leads the field back to green with Austin Cindric behind him in second, Denny Hamlin third, and Jones and Elliott battle for fourth, as Gibbs leads them through the corners here as he continue to try to battle for every position on the race. Right now Ty Gibbs, though, he's got the speed and he looks to have some space here to get to work and get some positions. Maybe get a second win of the season here for Ty Gibbs if he can hang on at the front of this field. Of course, he won at Talladega in dramatic fashion. Meanwhile, back here, the battles continue. 3 wide right there. Michael McDowell, Ryan Preece, and Shane Van Gisbergen as we go through the corner, continue to round our way. And oh, trouble in the back. There goes the 48 of Bowman. He goes crashing with the 17 of Christopher Buescher. A huge crash here. The big runoff here in Miami. The 48 and the 17 go crashing hard into the tire barrier. Buescher goes nearly head on. See, Bowman just clips Buescher, hooks him, and sends him a hard rear end impact for Chris Buescher into the wall. Bowman a minor slide. He should be okay as they continue on back here. The battle, intense battles continue throughout this field. Nearly 3 wide back there with Tyler Reddick, Gregson Olney. Right now we're looking at the damaged Michael McDowell in the 34, holding up a couple of guys back here, including Ryan Preece and Shane Van Gisbergen, who are trying to find a way around him here. Byron now almost getting squeezed right there off the bumper. That is Christopher Bell in the 20. It looks like still trying to make his way back through the field. 2 wide, nearly 3 wide into a heavy braking zone. Very tight quarters. Everybody makes it through. Somehow, Andy Lally with an incredible move there off the curb to clear Josh Bilicki. An incredible pass right there. That's for a top 10 spot, by the way. That's how crazy it is. Now Tyler Reddick squeezed in the middle here of LaJoy Bilicki. Watch out. How did they not wad it up and wreck right there? I don't know, but that is some incredible driving right there. As Denny Hamlin and Eric Jones battle out hard for 3rd place right now as Gibbs and Cindric are clear. Jones will clear Hamlin for 3rd. Here comes the 9 of Chase Elliott on the inside of Denny Hamlin. He looks to make a move, which he will. To the inside of the 11, he'll make the pass. Elliott will now move into 4th into the corner. Denny, though, going to make a little bit of contact. See if anyone bangs each other this corner. Preece, McDowell, Christopher Bell, a little bit of bumper. Big shot back here from Reddick. A lot of crunching going on into this corner as Ty Gibbs leads the way here. Ty Gibbs wins stage 1 here in Miami, followed by Austin Cindric, Eric Jones, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Blaney, Keselowski, Gilliland, Truex, and Parise, their top 10 in stage 1. Somehow Truex gets stage points after flipping on lap 1, but Gibbs, your stage 1 winners. You get back at it here in stage number 2 on lap 15. Oh, there's been an incident again. Bowman and Bubba Wallace this time go crashing into a barrier. This time the 48 sends the 23 spinning a hard driver's side impact into the tire barrier right there. It's going to knock Bubba out of this race from this heavy contact. A hard hit for Bubba. Bowman also takes a pretty hard hit. He might be done. Oh, we got a huge crash up here. William Byron, Ryan Preece, and Michael McDowell spun in front of the field. What is happening in Miami? Absolute madness. So let's see how this all starts. Looks like Mike Byron turns to 34. McDowell. Preece gets sent hard into Tyler Reddick, who takes a hard hit into the wall. Ty Gibbs slams into the back of the 45. Actually, I'll start here. It looks like the 16 hooks the 41 into the 24, clips the 34. They go crashing hard hit. Nowhere to go back here for Reddick, Gibbs, Gregson, Truex who pile in. Blaney gets a piece of it, but a bunch of contenders destroyed here in Miami after a huge wreck on the restart to begin stage 2 after already the incident between Bowman and Bubba Wallace. As everyone tries to get back collected. Oh, Tyler Reddick, he is now blown up. The engine has expired in the 45 from that damage into the wall. Reddick will be out of this race, and a missed opportunity for him to try to make the playoffs, which his opportunities are slipping away. There's only 8 more races after this one until the playoffs begin, and with 15 winners already, it's looking very dangerous. If you're gonna have to win to get in, that's how it's gonna be. You gotta win. But right now, Christopher Bell in the 20, back in the lead here in Miami, followed by Austin Cindric, who is getting heated up right now by Chase Elliott for second place. As the 9, of course, very good on road courses, as is Austin Cindric. They try to battle to catch up the 20 of Christopher Bell, who tries to win his way into the playoffs to become our 16th different winner this season, which would be unbelievable this early in the season, only 18 races in, which leaves the next 8 races to be must win for everyone below the cut line, and we'd have some winners missing the playoffs. It's honestly a reality at this point. But down this long straightaway, Christopher Bell, he's doing a tremendous job of dominating here at this final portion of the race early in stage 2, the second portion out of 3. As out, of course, now we see the 48 blowing up. We know he had that hard hit with Bubba Wallace in the wall, so Bowman's done. His engine has expired. Him and Reddick are both out of this race, as Christopher Bell leads the field back to the caution flag here on lap 16. And now we move on to lap 22. It is now Shane Van Gisbergen in the lead here at Miami over Andy Lally. And oh, now Shane Van Gisbergen will come down pit road. Now he'll give the lead to Andy Lally once again on the restart. Lally gets to prove his prowess, as Austin Dillon is actually 1 lap down, trying to fight his way back onto the lead lap here, just out of Andy Lally. And how about Noah Gregson in second, LaJoy in third. We are green and back underway here in stage 2 of Miami for Andy Lally once again. Leading here, having an incredible day for himself in Rookie Racing. Gregson and joined by him. Jones tried to make a 3-wide move here with Christopher Bell and Ty Gibbs. Watch out, that could be an incident of helping. That's not something you want to see. So far, everyone seems to make it clean here through these first couple of corners of the racetrack. And bow out Keselowski right there behind them. As this has been an absolutely chaotic race so far, but it's honestly typical of what you'd expect with a lot of restarts in the NASCAR Cup Series on road courses. It is nothing new. This is much more chaotic than the Xfinity race just yesterday. But right now, Allmendinger gets around Balicki back there, but it is Corey LaJoy going for the lead on the inside of Andy Lally. How about him, folks? Corey LaJoy trying to pull off the upset at a road course this time to punch his ticket into the playoffs. We know he'll be good next week in Atlanta, but we'll see what he can do here at Miami. Trying to take the lead for Andy Lally. He will. What a move by Corey LaJoy. He'll take the lead here in Miami from Andy Lally, who's now under fire from Michael McDowell in the 34 and Austin Cindric in the 2. Cindric now charged. Oh, Austin Dillon bounces off the wall right there. Some contact from LaJoy. LaJoy now damaged on the front end as he tries to lap Austin Dillon. As the battles continue throughout this pack, Cindric still being held up by the 34 of McDowell and the 51 of Lally, as Austin Dillon will finally get cleared here by Corey LaJoy through these corners where LaJoy has too much pace. Austin Dillon now back to the inside. LaJoy clears him going down the long straightaway. And Andy Lally looks to get by Michael McDowell with some sheer momentum down the long back straightaway here in Miami. As Austin Cindric, though, we know he's fast as he's looking to make a move here as he ran top 3 earlier in this race, just a couple of restarts ago. Right, he's going to pass Michael McDowell now for 3rd place, and now going to look for 2nd. The inside, Andy Lally, what a move by Cindric going to the hairpin. Lally throws a huge block. There's going to be a lot of contact from the 16 right there. Here comes the 78, the 40. Big bump. Eric Jones gives a shot. Denny Hamlin slams Ricky Stenhouse. They continue to roll their way through the corners as it's Corey LaJoy leading here at Miami. How about that, folks? Caution out on the racetrack. Looks like there's an incident maybe involving William Byron and Ryan Blaney possibly. As we didn't see anything to cause an incident, but we're going to rewind a ways back here to see what may have caused this accident. As we go a little bit of a ways back here. And indeed, it was William Byron, Ryan Preece, and Blaney got in an incident. Looks like Chase Elliott, Blaney's best friend, turns him into the wall, crashes him into William Byron, and collects Ryan Preece, who had nowhere to go. And a big wreck here in the reset that we missed because it was a little further back from the battle at the front for the lead. Another crash here in Miami, going to create another chaotic late race restart. You see here Chase Elliott just hooks the 12 lane up, hard hit into Byron and Priest, and they go crashing into the wall. And not the way they wanted to have their race go, but they are pretty much destroyed and out of contention. Meanwhile, LaJoy leads at the caution flags to get back underway here. Now it is indeed Shane Van Gisbergen leading here at Miami on lap 26. Last lap of stage 2, by the way, which was Andy Lally, though, going slow. Problems for the 51 of Andy Lally here at Miami. Oh, that is horrible. You got to feel for him. He had an absolutely incredible run going for himself and Rooker Racing. A career day for both teams. And it looks like the engine has expired on the 51 of Andy Lally. He will be done for the day. And that sucks, man. He had such a good car. Well, he's not done for the day, but he's pretty much out of contention. That's a shame. He had a really good run going. But shout out to him anyway for the run he had today. But anyway, back to your race leader, Shane Van Gisbergen, in his NASCAR debut, leads in a chaotic road course race here in Miami. As we see back at the front of the field, he leads over Martin Truex Jr., who is somehow in second after flipping on his lid on lap 1. Austin Cindric lurks back in third place, trying to make a move for second. Here comes Austin Cindric. He continues his charge through the pack, now trying to get a 2-for-1 special here on Truex and Van Gisbergen, but he'll just get around Truex on the outside. Not quite. Truex fights back on the inside of Cindric, but Cindric powers down the inside here through these tight, winding corners here through the stadium section. It is Van Gisbergen in the lead. Cindric, Truex side by side through the corner. Cindric will clear Truex for second, and now set his sights on trying to pass Shane Van Gisbergen for the stage 2 win and the all-crucial playoff point if Cindric can win a race and get in the playoffs, which is pretty much what it's going to take for him right now. But Shane Van Gisbergen, the Project 91 machine for Trackhouse Racing, having an incredible run leading this race. With Austin Cindric behind the second. Oh, he makes a move to the outside. What a move by Austin Cindric to the outside of Van Gisbergen for the lead. He had such a run down the straightaway. He goes outside. Truex makes some contact, and Cindric just drives right to the outside of Van Gisbergen and clears him here coming the final 2 corners. On the last couple of corners of the stage, Cindric is going to steal the playoff point. Austin Cindric wins stage 2 in Miami, followed by SVG, Truex, LaJoy, Jones, Priest, McDowell, Gregson, Gilliland, and Christopher Bell, the top 10. How about that? Austin Cindric steals the stage win from Shane Van Gisbergen. As we now move on to lap 36, 8 laps to go in this race. It is a battle. You see a bunch of guys on pit road off the pace, but your new race leader, we're not looking at him right now. We're looking at a battle between LaJoy, Chase Elliott, and Austin Cindric for second position between these 3. But it's Christopher Bell who is driven away from this pack. He's a ways up there ahead in the lead and looks to be comfortably cruising to victory lane. It looks like an upset win may occur here and make it 16 winners, folks. It's going to be a win and do or die situation. This is not what Chase Elliott wants to see. Christopher Bell in the lead, because Chase Elliott would be the first winner right now to be out of the playoffs if we had more than 16 winners, which might occur. He would be the first one out because he currently sits 33rd in the points because of those 7 races he missed earlier this year. Those 6 races he missed earlier this year really cost him. But right now he is back here he's trying to make up whatever points he can with a solid, right now looking like a 4th place finish as Cindric runs second and Corey LaJoy runs in third behind him. The battle for 5th is on between Noah Gragson and AJ Allmendinger, both having incredible runs. Gragson, and one of his best runs, not his best run, he did finish, I believe, 2nd or 3rd last week at Nashville, but Allmendinger having his season best run by far. And Elliott tries to make a move on Corey LaJoy into the tight hairpin corner. Nothing there. Allmendinger closes a big contact right there with Truex into the back of Noah Gragson. Meanwhile, back at the front, Christopher Bell in the 20 pulls away and looks to secure a victory here to break the playoffs. As we now move on to the white flag final lap for somebody Credit Bank here in the Miami Grand Prix, the Grant Park 220. The 20 of Christopher Bell looks to be the 16th different winner through 18 races. Punch his ticket as of right now, as nothing is secure, into the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs with the win, joining all 3 of his JGR teammates of Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex Jr., and Ty Gibbs, who have all won this season. Now Christopher Bell looks to make it back-to-back wins here for JGR. Through the final couple of corners, he is having himself a run through the carousel section for the final time. He comfortably leads the 41 of Ryan Preece by 4.8 seconds. And he pretty much has this win in the bag. He's just got a few more corners to negotiate in one long straightaway, and he pretty much has a victory in his bag. This will be his first win in quite some time. As Bell rounds the corner. Now coming down to the point where we can get to that straight, going through the stadium section right here. Go through a couple of quick left and right turns. He's had the best car all day by far, Christopher Bell. He's dominated the final stage of racing, was in contention all day, and after a chaotic race in Miami, Christopher Bell now has 3 more corners left before victory is his here in Miami. He is a huge lead back to Ryan Preece down the long game bridge straightaway. Christopher Bell coming down these final few corners. It will be a career day for him and will definitely make his season, as we'll move him from 17th out of the playoffs by only a small margin of points to William Byron to in with a win, and forcing everyone below the cut line now is in a must-win situation, as through the final corner, Christopher Bell is going to be our 16th different winner. Christopher Bell wins in Miami and is going to expose the playoff system. And Ryan Preece going to get a second place finish, a runner-up for him, one of his best runs of the season. Noah Gragson comes home third, another top 5 finish. Keselowski fourth, and Allmendinger the career season best 5th place finish, runs your top 5. Byron comes home in 6th. Here comes Austin Cindric to come home in 7th place after a very strong run on a road course for him. Still doesn't mean anything if he doesn't win. Then 8th place, going to be the 43 of Eric Jones. Legacy Motor Club getting some momentum back. Chase Elliott 9th. To round out your top 10, here comes the 12 of Ryan Blaney. To have a very solid finish after being almost irrelevant the whole race, Blaney rounds out your top 10 as Christopher Bell wins in Miami and punches his ticket to the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs, but now makes it 16 winners. You see the race results on the left side of your screen, a long list of DNFs, but you're going to see now it's going to be win or else. There is no more pointing into the playoffs. That is no longer reality. It is win, must win for everybody. See the updated standings here. The guys with 2 wins, Keselowski and Blaney, they're safe. See Christopher Bell slots in 6th because he is 5th in the points with his win. But you see everyone is arranged due their point standings, so you can look at this how you will, as the lowest in the points are the ones right on the cut line right now who have wins. So Chase Elliott, Austin Dillon, Ty Gibbs, Chris Buescher right now in the danger zone in case people like Byron, Logano, Larson, or Tyler Reddick win a race. So until the next episode, we will have racing from Mid-Ohio and Atlanta. I hope you all have a good one.